Let me begin again. And what I want to do is start right at the very beginning and give a fair warning. It is an extremely conventional story, and maybe that is where my learning is. I come from a Marwari business family. I am the oldest daughter, the oldest grandchild, and the older sister. Success for me was very, very well defined, as it is for many of us. I had to excel at every stage of my life, and that is what success was conditioned. And to be honest, I was good at it. It was a straight linear path that I had laid down. Somebody had predetermined it for me. I went to this very school for 14 years. I went on to become the head girl and the school topper. But the success mindset didn't change. It continued like that in college and then at BCG. But in 2023, I got a rare chance. I had the chance to take a pause, to actually get 6 months of time, and I didn't know what to do with it. So I went to volunteer at a library in Kaza, Spiti Valley. Spiti Valley in entirety has a population of 12,000 people. It is at 11,000 feet. For context, Delhi is around 700, 800 feet. Now, this was the first time in my life where I didn't know what the next step was. Going to Spiti to volunteer was not even part of the plan. This is not the success pathway laid out. But somewhere I felt that I had to go ahead and do it. I couldn't explain why then. I had to get out of the same ecosystem, the same comfortable environment that I had grown up in. My parents thought it was a phase, but I told them to trust me, and I went ahead anyway. I spent a month there. And I knew there would be some kind of lifestyle culture shock, just not the kind that I did actually get. I'd gone there thinking, like any urban person goes to a remote village, I'll go and contribute my urban perspective. But the root shock was these 10, 11, 12-year-olds that I had gone to teach already knew everything. They were tech savvy, they knew all the Instagram trends, they knew about the world around them. So, why was I there? What was I bringing to the table? They didn't care who I was till then. They couldn't care less about the fact that I was school topper back in Gurgaon. They didn't care what job I had. What they did care about was how I was to them. How did I behave? How open I was to learning about their culture, and how open I was to having tea at their homes and all the neighbors that were there. And that did something to me. I realized how small my world had been and how much larger the world really is, and how much larger it is than we allow ourselves to imagine. It made me question, what does growth really mean? Is growth more complex than the success academic oriented pathway that was conditioned into me? Because for all the 16, 17 years of my life, right up until 2023, I had been solving for one variable of my life: skill. Skill, capability, knowledge. And look, I'm not here saying these achievements, these accolades, the hard work that you put in doesn't matter. It is the reason why I am considered worthy of standing here today. It is the reason why I had a foot in the door in many of the opportunities I've gotten. What I'm trying to say is that it's necessary, but not sufficient. And that is where the idea for this talk comes in. That life's growth equation probably has more variables, and skill is just the first. Spiti made me realize that there are others. It made me realize my second equation: exposure. And I don't mean it in the sense that a lot of folks believe our generation talks about. Go travel and stay for a month in the mountains. That is not what I'm preaching. But exposure in terms of how often are you bursting your bubble and putting yourselves in uncomfortable situations that will question your beliefs. It could definitely mean traveling alone and solo travel, but it also means stepping into unfamiliar rooms, taking risks, meeting and understanding the lives that people who probably don't come from your socioeconomic backgrounds live. What are their lives like? In Spiti, I met a cafe owner. He runs the most popular cafe there. And he would spend 6 months running the cafe and the rest of the 6 months cycling around the world. His cafe was full of artifacts and photographs and memories of his travels. He was happy. He was extremely successful in Spiti. So, what was this dissonance? His pathway of success was nothing like mine. The reason why exposure is important because of exactly this. It expands your map. And your ambition is almost always constrained by what you see others around you achieve, what is possible, or what is acceptable. I realized that non-linear paths are okay if it serves your happiness, if that is what your success metric is. You can't want something you've never seen. That was my second variable. But my story doesn't end there. I came back and I joined the most structured corporate environment there is. I started Boston Consulting Group. I was 21 then. It's the youngest that Delhi University folks end up being. And I'll be honest, I didn't even know how to work, much other work in such a corporate environment. And I struggled significantly. I'd lived this life in the mountains, and I was back here in the same structures I'd left. But now, the environment I was in was completely different. Nobody again was asking me, how much did you score, Ananya? They asked me, what impact do you want to create? What problem statement do you want to commit your life to? At 21, the only thing I had thought about was getting there. I never thought about a problem statement I want to marry. The success metrics did change again. And the question, the very first time somebody asked me, what impact do you want to create? I had no idea. I was scared. But it was also liberating because I had spent my whole life chasing predetermined milestones, and now I had to determine my own. This third variable, environment, is what I figured at BCG. It's something I took away from SRCC as well. The people you surround yourself with shape what feels normal, what feels ambitious, what feels possible. Do you want to restrict yourself to an attitude of, there's a problem, somebody should solve it? The government, the school, the teachers, they'll figure it out. To an idea of ownership, there's a problem and I should do something about it. At 22, I got the opportunity to do a project with the central government. I was sitting in a room full of IAS officers, full of people who were in the industry longer than I had been alive. And I was considered worthy of being in that room, having a voice and taking my space. That was not just because of my skill or the exposure. It was because the people I had around considered me worthy and empowered me to be in that room. The environment I was in made me realize there are no hierarchy of ideas, but there are hierarchy of environments. And that changes how you think, how you behave, what starts mattering to you, how you show up in a room. So now, I realized 3 variables: skill, exposure, environment. But here's a simple question. If 2 people have the same of these 3 variables, do they end up at the same place? There are a lot of confounding variables here. Obviously, the privilege that you come from, where you grew up, what your parents did. Regardless of that, if you have 3 variables, will people end up at the same place? Probably not. Because there's a multiplier, a final multiplier: action. In physics, kinesis is the state of motion. What separates a body at rest from a body in motion? The choice to move. You can have all the skill, the exposure, the environment, but if you don't choose to move, nothing compounds. If I decide to take the chance to shift to Spiti for a month, to take up BCG, even if I was as scared as possible. I wouldn't be here today. I would have no experience to talk about. In all these transitions in life, I went in anyway. I trusted myself to figure it out on the way. Because growth doesn't come from certainty. It does come from movement. In an environment today where there is AI, there's geopolitical changes, your skill only solves for the entry ticket. But your multidimensional personality, your exposure, the stories that so many speakers here brought today, is what ensures that you stand apart. It becomes even more relevant in the environment that we're in today. My degree will only take me so far. So from following that signal to take the chance, to take that action, you realize that this is the moment. You bet on yourself even before there is proof that it will work out. And sometimes, like a lot of people say, the best decision maker is not the head or the heart, but your gut feeling. It knows. I didn't know why I had to do Kaza back then. Why did I have to spend time volunteering in a library? These kids probably don't even remember me anymore. But when I look back and I try to figure out an inflection point in my life, Spiti is probably that. I came back, life goes on, and I'm back in a corporate job. But I am not the same. So, it's your gut, you move. When I put all of this together, my journey as a conventional student, these experiences, the people I've met along the way, I started to see this pattern. Skill, exposure, environment, to the factor of kinesis. Seek is what I want to talk about today. Now, there's no straight answer to growth. I am barely old enough to talk about it. And I don't think there is one answer at all. But that is the beauty of it. Each variable of this equation is completely unique to you. And it even evolves as you grow up in life. My answers will change as I grow. I am yet to see the world. I am yet to have a long career. I am yet to have a family. All of this will also shift the value of my variables. But what I had been missing was simply the awareness that these variables exist beyond what was preconditioned to me. So rather than telling you what the answers is or preaching that I know more than I actually do, let me leave you with 4 questions that aid you in your journey to figure out your values. First, are you building skills out of curiosity or out of fear and expectations? Are you building exposure or staying within what's comfortable for you? Are you choosing your environment or are you still in rooms that you grew up in and are extremely comfortable? And most importantly, are you moving or are you waiting for life to happen to you? Clarity is not a precondition for action. It is a consequence of it. You don't have to have everything figured out before you start. You just have to keep your 4 variables running. Because while the formula is universal, the answer is completely yours. Thank you.